Hi. Today is Friday, January 1st, 2016. I made another video where I said 2015 instead of 2016. So yeah, it's 2016. I am at home. Basically, what happened last night was, or yesterday, on New Year's Eve, went on YouTube in the morning looking at New Year's Rockin' Eves from years past, because the countdown I prefer to use for the ball drop on New Year's Eve, or to ring in the new year, the countdown I prefer to use on TV is Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. That's the countdown I prefer to use, because number one, I do like Carson Daly, but not that much. Number two, I do not care for, I do not care. What was I going to say? I do not care for Fox's New Year's Eve because they have too much rap on their. Yeah. Although one of the songs they played was really good, but to actually count down to the new year, it's all the same, but I totally prefer Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest because they have better music for one thing, and more of a variety of different bands and different, like they had Jimmy Buffett and people like that. Whereas all the other stations have is like rap and things like that, and yeah, and also because I'm a huge Ryan Seacrest fan, I do want to give a shout out to Ryan Seacrest. Hey there, Ryan Seacrest, if you're listening, Happy New Year. I know I sent that to you on Twitter, but Happy New Year. And you did awesome last night for New Year's Rockin' Eve, and I really, and like I said, this is for Ryan, and for you guys too, if you guys want to listen. Ryan, your show, like I've been saying, I prefer your show over other people's shows because you guys have, like I said, you have more of a variety of music, and that's the part I like about it, really, is the variety. And I'm used to watching Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, because when Grandma was with us, like pretty much most years, maybe not every year, but most of the time, I'm guessing every year, yeah, about every year, almost every year, I've watched Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and that's the countdown I'm used to. So, basically, I really enjoyed your countdown, and it's a tradition for me to watch your countdown, because I used to watch it in years past with my grandma, like I said, and I think I did watch it a few times on my own at home with my mom or something. So, yeah. So, like I said, I enjoyed your show, and I really hope good things come to you in the new year. I hope you come up with more shows like this, because, yeah, it's awesome. For different things, I just hope that he comes up with more shows kind of like this. And what I mean by that is, like what you've done in the past, like the game show. It doesn't have to be exactly like New Year's Eve or anything, because New Year's Eve, that's a special occasion. But what I mean is shows like what you've been doing. This is for if Ryan, if you are watching. Shows like what you have been doing the past few years, like game shows and that stuff. Yeah, and that's basically what I'm gonna say is that thank you, Ryan, for giving us a good show. And anyway, back to what we were talking about. I went and seen the band, a band called Luke and Bob in Texas. And what that is it's like a country band. They used to be a band called Verge of Collapse, but then they turned into Luke, Bob, and Texas. And I just gotta warn you that this is gonna be a 2-part vlog, because this is also a recap of what happened this last year. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. But, yeah. I just had to give that shout out, because it was an awesome show. So, yeah, and I got to have... I had a lot to drink when I was at the band, though. A lot. Let me tell you, and it was also a friend's birthday, and I got to see her for her birthday. And I got to, have a lot to drink, like I said, and, man, I was just out of it. Last night. I was just, not in a very good state last night. But, a little rowdy. And when I had real champagne after ringing in the New Year. The station I use to ring in the New Year for midnight is Channel 5, because that's, they air their New Year's Rockin' Eve, later than Channel 6 does. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, I still get to ring in the New Year with, like I said, Ryan Seacrest, like what I do every year. And I think it's awesome. And my grandma, like I said, I've watched... If you're listening, I watched you with my, like I said, like I've been telling you, I've watched you with my grandma every year, and Dick Clark, so, and my mom, I know, I do not, like I said, I do not like Carson Daly, but that's the countdown my mom used. So she uses Carson Daly, I use Ryan Seacrest. So we use 2 different countdowns. Even though they're done in the same place, Times Square, I do not know how they do 2 different countdowns in the same place. In one place, because I don't know how big Times Square is, but I imagine from the way how they do, 2 different countdowns in the same place, I imagine it's huge. So anyway, I'm going to be moving on to part 2 here.